Okay, so we've connected our website to the warehouse. We've selected, filtered, and imported the products that we want. It brought the products in, it brought the images in, and then you've got the pricing. Everything's set up for you. The product is in your website, ready to go. What happens next week if the warehouse sells out of one product or the price changes? The supplier changes the pricing, and you need to reflect that and update your website. Now you could do it manually. You could download a CSV. You could then go in and to each product as we saw, and you could change the pricing. Where are we? In here, you could update the pricing. And are you really going to do it for how many products is this got at the moment? 2,200 products. Even if you've got 100 products, that's going to take some time. So instead of having to do that each time, what you can do, you can come here to the update products and you can set up a process. You can choose how often, how frequently you want this update to run. Let's just say every 4 hours. You save that sync frequency. So now it's going to synchronize every 4 hours with the warehouse. Now if I was to refresh this page, you should see at the very top, here we go. The next scheduled product update would be in 4 hours. So it's saying there's one going to start now, but there's one in 4 hours as well. So what you do, you can start one immediately. You can set, let's say you want to change the price of all the products on your website. Instead of having a 60% markup, you only want 50%. This will now change any product that is imported. For an example, for $10, it'll be $15 now displayed on your website. Or you can say, look, let's just use the recommended retail price that the warehouse recommends, and that will reflect on your website once this update happens. Then you can click Run Product Sync with price markup. But before we do that, I'll just quickly show you this again. This is the automated aspect to it, which prevents you having to give a refund to a customer because maybe you sold something on your website which had previously been declared as being out of stock or discontinued. So the beauty of this is you don't even have to worry about that. It's like having staff walking through your store and going, oh, that's out of stock. Oh, that's the wrong price there. Let's just update that price. We're doing this automatically for you. You're setting up. You're saying when you want it to happen, like how frequently you want it to happen. Do you want it to happen every day, once a day, every hour? And you find that sweet spot that works for your store. So that the beauty of that is, again, it stops you having to give refunds for things you've sold, or give some money back in case you've oversold, or maybe you've sold something too cheaply. So they've raised the price to $20 on the website, on the warehouse, but you're only selling it for $10. You're now out of pocket for $10. So there's no point in having that. Keep your website in sync with the warehouse, and that problem never happens. And then you can start. There we go. You can start that sync, and that process will happen now. If you've chosen every 4 hours, it'll happen every 4 hours. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it at 60. And I'm going to say, let's start that now. Start the process right now. So it will run it once. But if you've already set up the auto price sync, it will happen later as well. So that's going to happen regardless of whether you set this up or not. So that now is going to get all the products from my website, get all the products from the warehouse, and it's going to bring the pricing, bring the availability. If something is out of stock, that's going to reflect on my website. It's going to be out of stock as well. So I won't be able to sell anything that's out of stock. Depending on your server, how big your server is, how fast your server is, this will be faster or slower than required, or than you may anticipate. So I'm just going to pause this now. Pause. Okay. So there you can see I've just unpaused it now. It only took, I think, about a minute or probably 2 minutes, and it's updated all those products. You can see the